Excuse me. Alright. Alrighty. I've watched JoJo. Am I doing part 1 to part 5, the anime? So if you haven't watched the anime, please watch the anime. Or read the manga. I can't read, so I have to technically wait for Stone Ocean to be animated. Which I do know, which I think I do understand why it's going to be, when is the release date. I think I know when is the release date for Stone Ocean. Oh yeah, you'll know why. You'll know why. I know. That'll be up in a minute. Let's start with Araki Forgot. My moments. Whenever I watch JoJo, I just loved it. Loved it to hell. But there's plot holes in there that I didn't understand, to be honest, and no one answers me. No one. Just no one answers. Anyway, so I'm gonna do my own ones. Araki Forgot. Alright, part 1. Part 1 was okay, but this Araki Forgot, maybe it's Lefty didn't listen. I didn't really listen, I think, or I probably didn't listen. It's either A, I didn't listen, or B, I'm just deaf, or C, I just didn't listen. Is because I just didn't understand how the deal manifest a cat into like a man into a cat or something like that. Like you see the man turning into a cat, having the cat face, or like, Jack the Ripper going into the horse. I just didn't understand that. No, not like getting into the horse. I understand that. Like he literally goes into it. But I mean, like how did he turn cats, men into cats? Like have cats their human faces and put them in cat bodies. I don't understand that, to be honest. I really didn't. I think I didn't listen, to be honest. Part 2. It was okay. It was okay. I have no plot holes, to be honest. People say, oh, there's so many plot holes. Whatever. I didn't care. I actually didn't care. I just enjoyed the anime. It was pretty good. There was like none I can actually critique about. Except for that brain squid moment. Like the brain squid. I just didn't understand that. How, where did that come from? Like, did it came out of AC/DC? Maybe. Probably did. And I wasn't listening. Part 3. Now this one's a bit better. Now part 1 and 2, yeah, you understand. I probably wasn't listening. Part 3, on the other hand, this is a bit controversial. So, Joseph's stan, Herma Purple. Oh, you guys are probably going to be spamming in the comments below saying, Lefty, you're stupid. What is this about Herma Purple? What are you talking about? You're going mental. You should be going to RD mental home. So basically, in the no, not the High Priestess fight, the Empress fight, Joseph versus Empress. When he goes on the sand and it shows him the map to where the oil drum is. Why couldn't he use that to find where Dio's building is, except for cameras? Like, he didn't use it whatsoever. He only used it once, and it's never come up again. Like, yeah, I understand. Starfinger is not going to be used too much. It's only going to be used. It's clearly in the description of Star Platinum that Starfinger is only used when Jotaro is being restrained, and that was only twice. Anyway, I mean that he could have went to, when the Derby fight before that, like, he was on top of sand. They were on top of sand, like, for the whole place. He could have literally kneeled down and used Hermer Purple's ability from the army's fight, from the Emperor's fight after it, maybe after it, I don't care. Like, take the Nuddle fight. Like, they could have defeated Nuddle, and he could have just nailed down and just go, whew. Oh, Dio's building is there. Why can't he do that? No, he doesn't do that. Even when he's in Colorado, where Dio is, he doesn't bend down and just go, whew, and go like, oh, there's the building. It'll still go the same way. It'll still go the same way, just except they know where the building is. And Pet Shop will try to kill them. And by the way, technically speaking, about Pet Shop, why is Iggy so fucking worried? Why is Iggy so worried? Like, they made a big deal out of Pet Shop. They said, oh, Pet Shop's gonna kill Jotaro, Avdol, and Polnareff and all that stuff. Like, if Pet Shop had his way, he could kill the Crusaders. Bitch, what? What? How? Like, it's made out to be a big deal. It's just a bird it's just a rat with wings that has an ice ability. Dio had an ice ability, and was that useful? No. Jonathan just killed him in 2 seconds. Ice is not powerful. But like literally, Iggy was like, oh, he's gonna kill the Crusaders. It's gonna be so easy to kill the Crusaders. That means, Iggy, you're saying that all the Crusaders are weak. Even though you saw fucking Star Platinum doing literally everything. They didn't even fight Oingo Boingo, and they just taught Pet Shop and goddamn Vanilla Ice was like the last. No, actually they didn't even know Pet Shop was a god. They just thought that the Stairs guy, the Stairs guy, I think his name was Saxophone or something like that. Like where Abdul and Iggy had to fight for 1 second. The illusion staircase guy. They thought he was a god, and they thought Vanilla Ice was a god, and they thought what was his name? Darby's younger brother a god. Which he is a god, but it's pretty weird that they thought that they didn't know that they already fought a Wingo Boingo. And they didn't even notice. But that's a good question. Anyway, back to the subject. Iggy, why are you worried about a bird that can only shoot ice out of its beak? Let me tell you what a bird that has ice powers up against. An A in all stand stats. Star Platinum is an A in everything except for range. It has Starfinger. It also has precision. It also has the fastest accuracy. It can literally aura punch him in 2 seconds. And if that's not gonna work, if that doesn't work, the other Crusaders, Abdul, he is a man that can literally shoot fire. Ice is basically useless against bloody Abdul. And they could have used that as a duality. They should have used that as a duality. Abdul versus Pet Shop. Ice versus fire. But no. And also, never mind that. I'm not gonna include Kakyoin because they already met Kakyoin after Iggy has defeated Pet Shop, but they still have the best group out of all of them. Joseph and Abdul, they can use red bind and also Herma Purple to tie up Pet Shop so he can't breathe. And then when like they use Herma Purple, Harmon, and Fire, and then Jotaro can just go ora ora, and Polnareff can go hora hora, whatever. And by the way, Polnareff has precision. Avdol can literally make Pet Shop into a turkey in 2 seconds. That's not saying that. Part 4. Part 4. Where do I fucking start? Right. So, Kira. He uses Sheer Heart Attack, which is an OP tank. Heat-seeking tank. Right? An OP heat-seeking tank that has no weakness, can't be breakable, it's unbreakable. Nothing can defeat it. Not even Trish's stand can defeat that. Not even Wonder View or goddamn Made in Heaven can defeat it. Probably Made in Heaven, but it can't break it. Made in Heaven can't break it, but still. It's an OP goddamn thing. On the OP scale, it's like 3rd place. Below Wonder View and goddamn Made in Heaven. Maybe Wonder View could defeat it because technically Sheer Heart Attack is an object. Whatever. Anyway. Anyway. You know when Josuke's in the house near the end with the melon head Kira? Why couldn't you use Sheer Heart Attack? Like Jotaro, Rohan, and Koichi don't know that that Josuke is fighting Kira, and Okuyasu has been defeated, has been knocked out for that fight, for the being inside the house, and it's only Josuke and the little kid. Oh yeah, Hayato. That's his name. Hayato and Josuke were in there for the whole time, like nearly 5 minutes. Why couldn't Kira use Sheer Heart Attack at that moment? He has Sheer Heart Attack. Like Killer Queen has the hand thing, has the Sheer Heart Attack hand. And he could literally go down and just go, yo, Joe, like the little thing, and it can go in, kill Hayato and Josuke. Kira doesn't need Hayato. He can literally kill Jotaro and goddamn Rohan and Koichi in 2 seconds. He can literally just place down. He could literally just go up to Jotaro and he can literally move past Jotaro and Koichi and all that stuff, and literally drop a dime or something he could have easily used Killer Queen Daiso Bakana Baitsa Dusto, because he used it literally when after Rohan's death. I'm using fingers. Hayato bumps into Jotaro, Koichi, and all them muckers, Jotaro, Josuke and all that stuff. Why can he do that? Why can't he just put down Sheer Heart Attack, blow up Josuke and Hayato, and kill Okuyasu, blow him up, and then go up to Jotaro and Koichi, and do Daiso Baccano, Baito Dusto, kill all those three, and rewind time, whatever, and it be just faded, it be faked, and no one will know, and Josuke, all them muckers will be dead in 2 seconds, and all of them will be dead, and Kira will have a peaceful life. No, Kira doesn't use his brain. Anyway, part 5. Part 5. Nanachar stand is a B in range. Now, I don't understand what's the difference between B and A in range, because technically, you see, like, let's say you play, like Wonder View or Born This Way or anything that has A in range. Excuse me. R is really far, like A is really far. But Nananchar stand is a B and is still so far. Like, Nananchar, let's pretend, like where Abakio was trying to get the boss's identity. The lighthouse near it, I think that's what's it called, the lighthouse. So Nanachar's there, right? Nanachar's sitting there doing, little bombers going around. And let's say, what's his name? What the fuck is his name? The other guy, the Diablo's second personality, whatever. He was fighting Metallica, and they are far away from the lighthouse. They are like 2 miles away or something like that. Like, I don't know the precise way, and Lil Bomber can still find them. How's that not an A? How's that a B in range? I think, right. Technically, this is how range stands work. And E is just like close to them, like really close to them, like 2 inches or like more. Like technically, like that size, like just tiny. A D is a bit better. C is like Jotaro's kind of way. B is just the same as Nanacha's, but how can you tell the difference? Literally, Nanacha can literally go around and literally shoot and also do that stuff. As long as Nanacha can see the enemy, he can attack, because Little Bomber can't see the people. He can radar them, he can use the radar, but you have to, go close and see where you shoot. Same with Mista and Whole Horse and all that stuff. Speaking of Mista, why is Mista's stand like nearly overpowered than everyone else's stand in that? And also, why is Giorno's stand stats weaker than everyone else's except for Bruno's? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Also, here's a huge plot hole. Here's a huge one. I hope you're ready. So, in part 3, Jotaro vs. Dio. Jotaro, Dio says, "No line, the world, Saikodo standard." And Jotaro says, "So is the same type of star platinum." Now, those words he will regret for the rest of his life, because technically, saying that something is the same stand means it's the same type of stand. That means, technically, they have the same movements, right? Right, that's fair enough. But how can something have the same type of stand, have the same ability? Ability is different than something fighting. So let's say you're the same speed as someone. let's say your opponent has 100 in speed and you have 100 in speed. Let's just say that. And you keep attacking each other, you keep using your quickness, but nothing is impacting them. So you used to have different abilities. Let's say he had an ability to, I don't know, let's say, let's say slow motion, like he can go into slow motion for 2 seconds, just for 2 seconds, right? And you had, let's say you had nothing, you had no abilities. So let's say you have the same speed and he has slow motion. How can you have slow motion as well? How did Jotaro get stop time? Seriously. Dio has been training his entire life to get stop time, and Jotaro perfects it in like 2 seconds. And like Dio took like millions of years, thousands of years, just to learn 5 seconds of how to stop time in 5 seconds. For 2 seconds, by the way. Two! Before they met Jotaro, before Jotaro, went on the trip, went on the journey, Dio already had 2 seconds for stop time. Like, what the fuck? And since I'm on that fact about, okay, you can get the same ability as the other enemy, right? Let's say you can do that. You can have stop time. And like, let's say Star Platinum is the same type of stand as the Warlow. So Star Platinum can get stop time, right? That's understandable, okay? But what's not understandable is, in part 5, Giorno meets Babyface. Completely opposite ability than Golden Wind. So, Golden Wind is basically, he can give life to an object. He can turn it into a frog, a bird, etc., etc. Anything living. And Babyface can turn anything living into an object, basically. So, technically, they're the same type of stand. And from part 3, therefore, Jotaro said, so it's the same type of stand. So meaning, if it's the same type of stand, it will have the same ability. So Babyface will have the same ability, or Giorno will have the same ability as Babyface, or Giorno. How overpowered is that, isn't it? To be able to turn anything and everything into an object or living thing. Think about that for a second. So basically you can turn this blanket into a goddamn whale. And then you can literally turn an enemy into a bloody spray can. Yeah. How overpowered is that? Having both the same abilities. So you can literally go, I can turn this living or non-living. How overpowered would that be? Like, you can literally turn anyone into an object. And you can also give life to an object. Think about that. So then Giorno gets the same ability as Babyface, because if Jotaro can get stop time from the Worldo, since it's the same type of stand, Giorno can get the same ability as Babyface. Yeah, didn't think about that, did ya, Araki? Did ya? You idiot. Seriously, think about it. Part 3 said, so it's the same type of stand. Therefore, so it's the same type of stand. So why did you get stop time? If it's the same type, you can't get the ability. And if you can, if that is possible, then Journal will have the same ability as Babyface. Simple as. Simple as. There's none simpler than that. Um, Part 5 was good. Oh yeah, also, why does Trish have a stand? She doesn't even have fighting spirit. She just has the relationships of a stand user. Like, like Jotaro and all that stuff, Joseph, they got stands because, they're relatives and they gained the stand after them. Diablo, you should have keep your legs closed. Trish's personality is rubber. Her ability is rubber. Her stand is the only stand that can actually talk. And why does she even have a stand? She doesn't have a fighting spirit. She is really bad. She's a bad character. And therefore, why can she have a stand at the start of it? Why couldn't she got introduced and she would have gotten her stand there? Since she has the fine spear. No, BIG just comes in and she's like instantly, oh, I got a stand from no apparent reason other from unpredictability. Wow, this is unpredictable. Like, they should have built it up. It doesn't matter. Um, like, I don't mind female stand users. I can name a bunch of female stand users that can beat Trish in a fight. I can even name a Harmon user that can literally beat Trish in a fight. Lisa, Jolene Cujo, Paisley Park, Beach Boy. What's that? No, what's that song? The rock paper scissors girl, whatever. Rohan beat. Wherever her name is. Who else is a female character? Goo Goo Dolls, whatever it's called. Cry Dolls is called sometimes. Foo Fighters can defeat her. Kiss can defeat her. Born This Way can defeat her. Literally literally any female character can defeat her. Because her stand is just basically rubber. Oh look, you knocked me back, but my stand can rubbertize. I can't get damaged. Ha 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 ha. Order! Order! Or Paisley Park. Done. She'd be dead in 2 seconds. Paisley Park is overpowered. All you have to do is choose one thing, and it can knock her out, or it can solve a situation, whatever it's called, whatever the ability is. Speaking of Part 6 and Part 7, I think I know the release date of Part 6. So, stay with me. This is a theory. So since Prince, the songwriter, what the reason why I'm talking about Prince is that Araki referenced Prince not once, not twice, 3 times. Araki doesn't do that to most singers. He just gives one song. Like, yeah, AC/DC got like 2 songs out of it. Got 2 songs in JoJo. But they didn't get free. And the one that did get free is Prince. Josuke's character design, Araki stated that it's based on Prince. And in part 8, Soft and Wet and Paisley Park are referenced, and they are Prince's songs. Prince is like the opposite of Michael Jackson, but he's pretty good. He's a pretty good songwriter. He died on April 21st, 2016, right? And might not ask you, when was JoJo's anniversary? The 20th of April 2020. Coincidence? I think not. I think Araki is going to release Stone Ocean on the 21st of April because it'll be the 5th anniversary of Prince's death. And what a way to celebrate Prince's death is to release Stone Ocean. Boom. Mic drop. Boom.